Alright, I'm going to show you what to do when you put on larger tires and it's still rubbing. Right, so it's a really simple fix. You only need these tools. This comes with the card. 2 adjustable wrenches should be fine. You can get some power tools to make it easier, but because I know not a lot of people have all of that, I'll do it with the most basic tools. And of course, some WD-40 always helps, and some cleaning wipes. First thing to do is to get off all the lug nuts. Now on these older Toyotas where you have a torsion bar system with IFS in the front, you also want to take off the skid plate. It's 4 bolts right here, here, and 2 back there. I believe they're 14 millimeters. 12 actually, 12 millimeters. So get yourself a 12 millimeter socket as well, and a wrench. Technically you could do it with the adjustable wrench as well, but this just makes it a little easier. Alright, so once you got the skid plate off, you can access these alignment bolts. This is what we're going to be turning to pull the lower control arm forward, and so giving more room behind the wheel. I've already done it on this side. You can see this bolt is all the way inwards and the rear bolt is all the way outwards, so it pulls this entire arm forward. That's what we're going to be doing on this side as well. So bolt in the front, bolt in the back. You got to loosen them first, then you can turn them. And they've got these little ridges and notches here so you can see how far, but I always just eye it. It's not that big of a deal. You can just eye it out. But before we're going to adjust these, we're going to jack up the car here in the front and remove this wheel. It'll make it so much easier and you'll have a lot more room. Do keep in mind that after you've done this, you might need to get an alignment. It's really simple to align these older IFS systems. You just twist these sleeves right here. I've done it myself a couple of times. I'll show you how to do it as well. It won't be perfect, but it'll be good enough to get you to an alignment shop. Alright, so once you've jacked up the car, taken off all the lug nuts, you can remove the wheel. And because I don't have a jack stand, for safety, I like to put the wheel under the car, under the lowest point, which is the cross member for the transfer case and the transmission. So in case the jack stand does fit, the jack does fail, it falls on the wheel and doesn't crush my head under the car. So yeah. Alright, so now you got the tire under there, you got the car jacked up, and I can show you what we're actually going to do. So because I have a larger size tire, it's a 31.6 inch, and I'm running a spacer, the tire is way further out from the turning point of the knuckle, and so that makes the tire swing out a lot more, causing it to hit the fender right here. So what we're gonna do is move this lower control arm forward, pulling the tire also forward, pulling it away from the fender. It might rub on the bumper here, but this is a plastic bumper. I can easily cut off a little edge here and it won't be a big problem, at least not as big as hitting the body right there. And so we're gonna adjust these 2 bolts right here, where the control arm mounts. You see they have these tabs you can adjust. You gotta loosen them first. We got some WD-40 for that as well, and then the one in the back as well right here. I've already done it on that side. I just have to get this side done now. All right. Okay, so we're gonna loosen this first bolt here now. I believe they're both 22 mils. Not 100% sure, but I'm gonna need 2 hands for it, so I can't do it on camera. But I'll show you when it's done. It's just hold this one right here and then loosen the one in the back right here. All right, I've loosened the bolts. Now we're gonna do the hardest part, which is turning this one. Because it's a Toyota truck, I live near the coast, it is rusty. So some things you can do to help is to just smack the bolt. But I've also brought WD-40. So we'll spray some of that on it as well, on the inside, outside, all that. cover all the bushings and the washers and such. And I'll show you when I've actually moved the bolt. Alright, so after a lot of tightening, loosening, WD-40, I got it to where it has to go. So now we just want to tighten up the bolts again on the back side, and then put on the wheel. I'll check the alignment, and if it's off, I'll show you how to get it as straight as possible with the human eye. Alright, the nut's loose. Time to adjust it. I can do it on camera. This way. There we go. All the way until that ring is level, just like that. And then you can go ahead and tighten this back up, and then that's done. Just gonna clean off all the dirt. Probably should have done this before I started working on it, but oh well. Looks brand new. Just don't mind the broken ball joint up there. Alright, now we want to put the tire back on. As you can see, there's now enough space there so the tire won't hit the fender anymore. So, got it.